The backlash to Dave Chappelle's Netflix special, The Closer, has been hilarious for so many reasons. Because the people who want to get Dave Chappelle canceled, the insignificant minority of people out there who are pretending to be offended, who are pretending to be victims of something because that's the only way that they can be relevant, they have been exposed so many times, while other people in the industry, even people that maybe or maybe not align with Dave Chappelle's political opinions, say that Dave Chappelle is awesome, Dave Chappelle is hilarious, and Dave Chappelle is a great man. So when Dave Chappelle said this to Netflix employees, that he's willing to meet with them after these activists said that they reached out and he didn't want to talk to them, he exposed them, right? He said, I'd be open to a dialogue if Netflix employees would reach out to me for a heart-to-heart discussion, but no one from Netflix or from the employee group that led the staff walkout has contacted Chappelle or his team about setting up a meeting. Completely blowing out this person. BTFO'd to this piece of shit who has organized this entire thing. Ashley Marie Preston, trans activist who has, should we say a little bit sketchy history of her own? Should we play a little bit of her history from Matt Orfalia, who put this together? Shout out to him. He found some tweets and did a little something. Should we listen to this? Should we listen to Ashley Marie Preston and how woke and virtuous she really is on Twitter? Maybe the first half of it, because there's some bad words in the second part.
Organizer for the Stand Up and Solidarity Rally.
My entire career, everything that I've done has been about pushing boundaries. It has been about holding people accountable.
I just cussed that Asian bitch clean the fuck out.
We expect more.
You mess up my order and then blame me? English is my first language, bitch.
And so
I know it's a lot to ask in California, but speak fucking English. Yeah, I said it.
We also pour social equity into these spaces. We
Just broke my phone on this Asian bitch's head.
Dave Chappelle doesn't get to suck all of the light out of that.
And so the thing that I felt most troubled by is
Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and fucking disrespectful.
they don't have the same equity.
This Asian in Subway got a fat ass.
They don't have the same opportunity.
He almost looks like a bitch from behind. Hashtag shaking my head.
We will no longer stay silent.
Asian hoes act like they won't get karate chopped in they motherfucking throat.
Just to be
So that's just a little bit about Ashley Marie Preston, right? A little bit about her. There's not any of the, what they would call it, homophobic language. I think we can find some of that. Oh, there, we can't say that on YouTube. Can't say that word on YouTube, so I won't let the computer say it because I would like to keep my channel. To be clear, when it comes to Ashley Marie Preston and the things that she said before, I don't care about words. I don't care about people using words. I don't think fucking these words cause real world harm or any of that bullshit. The problem is when you decide to live your life trying to cancel other people and say that the language they're using can hurt people. When you have this type of past, not just from 2011, but 2018, some of this shit is out there. Ashley Marie Preston is a fake piece of garbage. And you see so many people that are coming to the defense of Dave Chappelle, whether they agree with him politically or not. Jon Stewart defends Dave Chappelle. His intention is never hurtful. Their friendship is no joke. Jon Stewart is coming out in defense of longtime pal Dave Chappelle after he was accused of making transphobic remarks in his new Netflix comedy special, The Closer. Stewart told TMZ, why do they always say people are like their age? Stewart, 58, thank God we know that. Otherwise, how would we be able to get through this news article? Told Chappelle, 48, is one of my favorite people on the planet. And his intentions are, quote, never hurtful. Chappelle has been under fire since the release of The Closer earlier this month, in which he declared himself a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, a TERF. They canceled J.K. Rowling, my God. Effectually, she said that gender was fact, and the trans community got mad as shit. They started calling her a TERF. I'm Team TERF, he quipped in the stand-up special. Gender is a fact. Every human being in this room, every human being on Earth, had to pass through the legs of a woman to be on Earth. This is a fact. That is enough to be labeled transphobic by some of these lunatics. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos initially defended Chappelle before Netflix staged a walkout. Of course, Sarandos did back up and said, I screwed up a little bit, but they still kept it up, didn't they? Now Jon Stewart is weighing in. Speaking with TMZ, He describes Chappelle as warm, wise, and decent. Look, if this spurs a conversation where people get more on the same page in terms of understanding, that'd be great. But I know his intention is never hurtful. Like, he's just not that kind of person, Stewart said. And if it's hurtful, it's certainly unintentional. He's a really good man. Stewart and Chappelle have been friends for years, and the pair performed together in Ireland back in 2018. So you have so many people, specifically from the comedy area, from the comedy arena, whether it's Bill Maher, whether it's Joe Rogan, now Jon Stewart coming out and saying, listen, one, it's a fucking stand-up routine. And two, Dave Chappelle's a good dude. He's not transphobic. You people are literally insane. So you have people like, listen, I guarantee you Jon Stewart is fully on board with trans rights. 1,000% on board with trans rights. Guarantee that based on everything I know about Jon Stewart and his history. But he's also saying that Dave Chappelle's not transphobic. He's not fucking hateful. You weirdos, you freaks, you pieces of literal garbage who are out there protesting, you activists who just want to be perpetual victims. Sit the fuck down and shut the hell up. Dave Chappelle is a good dude. He's not transphobic. He didn't say anything hateful. They're words, and it's a comedy routine. And if you're offended by them, if you're that thin-skinned that you feel the need to unperson someone, maybe look inside yourself and see why you are that weak of a human being. But so many people supporting Dave Chappelle while the insignificant lunatics continue to be exposed. And that's a good thing, because fuck those losers. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.